for our afternoon instalment from our secret location, which is our Hermès Luxury Promise Vault. I've just realised I forgot my gloves. Most integral part. You know you're live from the vault when we have the specialist gloves on. Right, okay, welcome to this afternoon's instalment. Hi Rachel, you're joined by myself, Jessica, or Jess, depending on how well you know me. And the delightful Rachel is moderating as well, virtually, so I'm here by myself. Let us know where you are joining us from. For any new viewers, everything that you will see featured on the show behind me today is available for immediate purchase. For our seasoned viewers, thank you very much for coming back and tuning in. Rachel is very kindly going to provide all of the details surrounding payment and additional information about ways that you can check out. Anything that we feature, if you wish to scroll back, will be visible from the icons at the top of the screen. For anyone new to our live shows from the vault, the majority of the pieces that we feature are brand new in box, fresh from store, which is quite exciting. We have some incredibly priced pieces today. I've actually done a little selection of shoes as well, new colours that literally came this morning that, sorry Rachel, I haven't even given Rachel the details for, but I have all of the pricing here for new colours of the Chypre, yes, sorry Rach, a few unplanned additions today, just in case anybody asks. If there is anything at the back of the screen that you have spotted that you wish for further information on, please do message us. And if there's anything that I've missed out, or if I'm going too quickly, because I am naturally a bit of a motor mouth, please do ask questions. Okay, where should we start? I've got a couple of pre-loved pieces which I thought were really important to include because they are coming in, firstly in colours that are very difficult to get hold of, and secondly at fantastic price points. Sorry, I've got all of my show notes on the floor, so if I keep glancing down, it's to remind myself where I've got to. Okay, right, so let's start with one of my personal faves. We've got to run off screen because it's one of the big bags. Okay, I know you guys tune in to all of the other shows throughout the week. We have been talking about big bags for a while now, and this one is one of my particular favourites. This is a 35 centimetre Birkin. So this was traditionally the most sought after size for everyday carrying in the Birkin style. So 35 centimetre. This particular bag is in the incredible blue tone of Blue Frida. It is just the most unreal shade of blue. I'm just going to tilt it towards the ring right here because it genuinely is the most striking blue. It always gets the most incredible comments when people see the colour in flesh. It is an Epsom leather, which is this incredible, super firm, super stiff, amazing at keeping its shape, synthetic grained leather. So it's got a really tight, clean grain, very firm, very rigid, great at keeping its shape, as I say, even in the larger sizes. This is the retourné style of Birkin, which you will recognise the beautiful classic piping, usually really more common in like the softer leathers to give it that nice slouchy look, but here you've got a really great combination of the slightly softer piping with the rounded corners and the really beautiful rigid leather. So this bag is pre-loved, but it is in immaculate condition. There are very, very minor signs of wear. I can show you the front plates, which have all of the original plastics on. Supremely good sign that it has been beautifully cared for. So the turnkey, usually the plastics on the turnkey are the first telltale sign that something has been used, because that is the most obvious part of the bag where the plastics are going to come loose. However, as you can see, if I just hold it up to the camera, the turnkey is in incredible condition. There, I cannot actually, even under the ring light, see there is one or two very minor hairline scratches. Hi Jeanette, how are you doing? Welcome this afternoon. You've joined us at the perfect moment. I'm slightly in love with this particular shade of blue. It genuinely is amazing. It's so striking compared with the gold hardware as well. Hi Zoe, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. I was going to run through very quickly on the feet. So there are signs of wear on the feet, some minor scratches on the gold studs there. Really incredible condition actually, very lightly used. So the corners, again, there are some very tiny minor scuffs to the piping and to the corners here. Just show that in greater detail. But overall, the condition of this bag is excellent. So to give you an idea of obviously market pricing, at present, a brand new B35 is anything between 20 and 25,000 in leather colours. This piece is priced, obviously because it is slightly pre-loved. It does not come with the original seat, but it does have obviously all of our third party and in-house authentication certificates. This one is priced, as you can see from the bottom, is £12,650, and that is $15,241 US. So in terms of the pre-loved pricing, obviously really holding up against the new, this is an unbelievable price point considering how good condition this bag is. As I say, the plastics are all still visible on the front plaques, not actually on the main turnkey plaque here. I will just show you, oops, the bag open. But all original other packaging and accessories. There's our beautiful little gold key and padlock. It's been really well kept. Sometimes with Epsom, with the larger bags, you start to see a little bit of softness and sagging. This actually has maintained its shape really wonderfully, which means it's been stored correctly and padded out properly so that it hasn't relaxed too much. But the 35 centimetre is unreal for sort of everyday use. It's beautiful. I cannot rave, isn't it, Charlotte? The colour is amazing. And I do think in terms of the combination with that gold hardware, it's just unreal. Great size, really, really in vogue size now. We've been banging on about 35s, really coming back for a while. I love it. It is a great, great piece. All of the details can be found obviously through clicking through onto the icon. Just amazing. Okay, I wanted to start with that because I do think it is, you're right, such a cheerful colour, Rach. I love how vibrant it is. It really does look incredible. Even on a super gloomy day, it is miserable in London this morning, as you can tell from the fringe situation. Anyone with bangs, anyone with fringe, the minute that it rains, you're in trouble. This is not our weather. Okay, right. I'm going to leave that little beauty to one side now, and we will come back to this little selection that I have chosen today. Okay, we have also got a really fantastic, the other pre-love piece that I wanted to talk about today is in the Kelly pochette. So, lovers of small bags, very contrasting size now. We've gone from a B35 to a pochette. Just going to give this little colour a moment. This is Jaune Ombre, really beautiful amber yellow. The pochette very classically in Swift leather. so nice. This size is great, isn't it, Rach? I do genuinely love how different the pochette is. I think a lot of people see in photos, it looks very similar in scale to the Mini Kelly, but actually it is much deeper. It is a little bit longer. Just for reference, this literally came in this morning and this is a real vibe on a grey day, I tell you. Yeah, me too, Rach. I do think the size is much more versatile. So in terms of depth, it's got a little bit more going on than the Mini Kelly. And obviously it's that little bit longer, that little bit, sort of this tiny bit taller, with a slightly softer handle. So here you have in jaune ombre with gold hardware. So the Kelly pochette's really holding their value at the moment. There are fewer coming onto the market, certainly in the bright colours. We haven't seen this is in immaculate condition as well, as you can see, for a pre-loved bag. So Swift, you would expect to show signs of wear quite quickly because it is quite delicate. However, it's one of my favourite leathers simply because you can generally buff out any little scuffs. It's got like a lovely sheen to it, Swift leather. It's very smooth, very soft. You would expect if it had been used a great deal for some creasing around the back, where obviously the top flap opens, and also on the sangles there are no real visible signs of wear, which is great. Again, the turnkey always a bit of a telltale. It's the first place to lose its plastics. It is in immaculate condition. There are no, let me just hold it under the ring light because it is incredibly telling. There are a few tiny hairline scratches on the turnkey, but otherwise it is in fantastic condition. There's your Hermès foiling on the inside, if you can see. Cute colour, lovely colour. And again, as I mentioned, the pochette is really holding its own in terms of retaining its value. I think it's going to be an always bag because, you know, in terms of clutches, evening bags, Hermès with its Mini Kelly cut or pochette, there isn't a huge amount in the very sort of evening line. Obviously your Kelly 25s can be used a little bit more with smaller bags, but I would say like the cuts and the pochettes are really incredible additions to a collection simply because they are great for evening. So you can see that there's a little bit of softening on the handle here. We would expect that to be just simply from sunlight use. So it's got a little bit of a wave there where it's obviously been the heat of your hands obviously makes leather so much more supple. So pricing for this one, Kelly pochette in jaune ombre, Swift leather with gold hardware, is £14,900, and that is $17,952 US. So comparably, even with a pre-loved Mini Kelly, you're getting an awful lot more for your money, and obviously they are coming in quite a lot cheaper than a Mini Kelly too. But great colour combination. I love this. Yellows moving into spring, right, they are the one. Love that. Okay, cool. They're my two pre-loved picks for the day. The rest of the edit that I have selected from our new ins are all brand new in box. Let's naturally start with this incredible colour. So a B30 Birkin is my personal happy place. This is the perfect size, I think. The 35 is amazing. It's definitely a super day bag. I do a lot of running around after a 4-year-old, and therefore the 35 can sometimes be a little bit cumbersome. The 30 is where I find the most use personally. So this is obviously a little bit smaller. It's that little bit narrower, but still super roomy. This amazing colour, yes, Rach, loving the red too, is Rouge Granate, so pomegranate red. I just want to show you actually, because we often show the new bags not open. But in terms of how usable this size is, once you actually start to open, I can get a lot in my 30. They really are quite roomy. As you can see, this one is brand new, all plastics attached. It is in perfect condition. There's your lovely foiling. So really lovely purpley undertones to the pomegranate, as you would, or granate, as you would expect. Especially highlighted by palladium hardware, I think. It really brings out the cool undertones in this red. Feet plastics are immaculate on this one as well. It is store fresh. It is U-stamp, late 2022 receipt. So a very new bag. It comes complete with all original packaging, paperwork and accessories, plus of course all of our authentication, in-house authentication certification. There's your lovely little padlock. Looks great against navy actually, this red. It's a really subtle colour. If you are not wild about your brights, this is a really easy colour to bring into your wardrobe. Lovely soft, supple Togo leather, which has its natural graining and veining. So as with any of the Togo bags or the natural leather bags, you are going to get some inconsistencies in grain because obviously it's come from a natural product. Again, in the retourne style. Graining and veining. Yeah, I wasn't deliberately trying to rhyme, Rach. Love this. Really beautiful. I think it's a great, great colour. Again, very subtle and in perfect, new, unused condition. So 30 centimetres is where you're going to see the best bang for your buck, I personally feel as well. This one is under £20,000, so 19,950, and that is 24,037 US dollars. So great pricing as well in the 30 centimetre bags. The premium that we often see on the 25s in terms of the Birkin is generally the highest at the moment, and we are certainly seeing a lot more requests for the slightly larger bags now. So how long that sort of gap in pricing will remain, only time will tell. But I do certainly think the bigger bags for daytime are really, really exceptional. Okay, I'm going to put this little babe back for now. So that was Rouge Granate. Stunning. Any questions, please do ask away. And if there's anything in the back of the screen that you would like me to move on to next, please do shout. That includes all of the shoes, all of the accessories and things. Any questions, just shout. Okay, let's move on to one of, I think, probably the most versatile, easy, small bags that Hermès produced. This is the Mini Evelyn. Great everyday grab and go bag, very wearable. Fling it on over your coat. They always look super, super chic worn. This one comes, this is Cray. So this is Hermès's very soft cream colour, typically in Clemence leather. Hi Danica, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. You have tuned in at a wonderful time. Ready for this incredible Z stamp. So 2021. Danica, what have you spotted? Oh, yes. Isn't it jolly? We'll move on. Well, she actually isn't part of the show, but I did want to put her in the background because she's pretty eye-catching. Love the cargos. I'm a big, big fan of the cargo bags. Anything with toile, I think, is super, super cute. Right, I wanted to show this amazing contrast strap. So, beautiful gold and grey strap. It's a really nice way to break up an outfit. It doesn't look like a silk dress, but Imagine chunky leather or shearling coat, because the weather still requires that here in London. Yeah, I know, she's just dressing the screen. Oh, we can talk about her later though. Okay, how good is this? I love this style. I'm about 5'7", I would say. So it sits around hip height, just below hip height, top of the leg. Really, really easy to chuck on the Evelyn. I love this palladium hardware. It's really, really soft and subtle with the cray leather. So Clement's leather typically has a very open grain. Again, like the Togo is a bit more irregular, very soft, very supple. Evelyn is unlined, so you've got the natural lining of the leather there on the interior. It's got this great, very identifiable Hermès H punching detail on the front, and then it literally closes with one little popper, which is why it's so easy to just grab all your bits and pieces out of the bag. But they're great travel bags. They're truly unreal travel bags because they pack down so discreetly. Usually you just take off your crossbody strap, pop it inside, and you can just chuck it in your suitcase. This is really very, very versatile. And Rachel has just shared pricing for this one, which is £3,300, and that is $3,976 US. Here we go. Oh yeah, a couple of people have just tuned in. Hi, thank you for joining us. Welcome to this afternoon's instalment from the vault. Yes, cray. Cray is a great, great colour. Wait, I missed a comment then. Ashley, cray is my dream Hermès colour, possibly in any bag, yeah. Truly, it is a fantastic, we've actually got a B35 in cray, which is unreal. That one with gold hardware, so it kind of changes the undertones of cray. Looks much cooler, whoopsie daisy, had a little bit of, let's turn the ring light down a little bit. It's a bit too bright. So it looks lovely and kind of clean with palladium. With gold, it has a little bit more of a creamy, yellowy undertone, I always feel. But a beautiful addition, as I say. You can literally just pop your strap inside. It fits all of your everyday essentials, but also great for packing and traveling. Just pop in your suitcase. It comes in a beautiful little dust bag, fully boxed. This is brand new, as I say, but is Z stamp 2021. Evelyn in cray with palladium. Stunning. Danica, yeah, I'm all here for white. You have perfectly segued into the next bag I was going to feature. Danica, this is Blanc. So, Hermès is white, true white, in Evercolour leather, in a 28 centimetre Kelly, with gold hardware. Super unusual combination. I think they have I'm gonna just turn the ring light down a little bit because it is quite blinding with white. This is unreal. It is obviously immaculate. It is brand new in box, U-stamp, again, late 2022 receipt. It is white. It is pure, beautiful white. Really stunning with a combination of that big chunky gold hardware, always on the K28s. When you start to scale up your bag, the hardware gets that little bit chunkier and that little bit more obvious. And it's a real contrast with the white here. So again, white for a while was discontinued by Hermès. So when it was first reintroduced, it came in with huge premiums. Now, however, this is an excellent price point. K28, again, under £20,000, because I think it is a fantastic collector's piece. It's a great summer bag. White jeans, little pop of colour, adore. 28 is a great size. Obviously, it's super versatile. It's easy to carry. It's got that slightly higher, a little bit more roomy top handle. Also comes with its, of course, its original crossbody strap. As I say, brand new in box, full set. Here is its beautiful, I mean, it's such a great size. I love the 28. It is that little bit more noticeable, I think. So here is your original crossbody strap. This one I won't attach because it does have all of the original plastics intact on the strap hooks, which obviously means that it has never been worn. Beautiful. Evercolour leather is also super underrated in terms of its resilience. It's got a very smooth grain, natural grain to it. Difficult to show on white actually, but that lovely, very subtle white stitching on the tabs at the back there, through the handle. You've got all of your lovely gold hardware. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh, it must smell lovely. Oh my, yeah, Hermès bags, store fresh. Hermès bags. There is like the most incredible smell from a store fresh Hermès. It is immaculate. I do think there is something very like clean and fresh and lovely about white particularly. It really is a contrast. Especially for such a long time we've been used to the craze, the beton, just for a little bit of colour reference. I don't know if you can see on the ring light. This is pure white and this one is beton. It really is intoxicating, Danica, I agree. The minute you open a really store fresh bag, the box, it hits you. But yeah, so this is beton, so it has a slightly darker. I'm going to turn the ring light down just again a little bit, just so you can really see the difference. There you go, that's much better, isn't it? The difference between a beton and a white. It really is a very stark white. Great with matching orans, which just happened to be to the side of the screen. I mean, these should also be available online. We've got them immediately available. The white obviously come in the oran with this great contrast stitching, which is really lovely. Love, love, love. Okay, right, our beautiful K28 Retourne Kelly, white Evercolour leather with gold hardware is £20,950. And that is, oh, right, I don't know if is that the right price for that one? I feel like it was under £20,000. Might have to do a little price check. Let me check my pricing. Ooh, there you go. Maybe I saw it at 20. So 29.50, and that is 25,241. There you go. Amazing. Love the white. Okay, maybe I got that one wrong. Right. Next, another beautiful bright colour, and one of my personal faves from last year. This little number in the 20. Oh, Danica, does Evercolour leather have grain? Yes, very slightly. Good question, actually, as I was about to introduce this, which is Swift, which is really smooth, really, really kind of silky, velvety finish to Swift leather. Evercolour has still quite a smooth finish, but a little bit more of a notable grain. So visible, you see on the handle and on the back here. It's got just that little bit more textured graining. It's very subtle, the difference. You can really only see it quite up close. But it's a really soft, easy to wear leather. The beauty of the soft bags, I love a Cellier, however, the beauty of the soft bags is particularly in the Kellys, when you wear them, they sit really nicely against the body when you obviously wear them with a crossbody strap. So they feel a little bit more comfortable. They're not quite so angular, they're not going to dig into you at all. They really are a nice, soft structure to them. It's one, Danica, it's what genuinely one of my favourite. I love Chèvre, I love Swift. Evercolour is great. Again, you can really massage any little dinks out of some of these leathers, which I think always have had the reputation to be very delicate. And yes, they are smoother. So really deep scratches are difficult to get out, but small surface scuffs are quite easy to kind of buff out. Okay, right. So, Bleu France. Really stunning small size Kelly. This is the 25. Very contrasting hardware again with this lovely bright gold. This one is brand new in box, full set. This is a stunning little addition. Again, really good pricing on the Swift bags particularly. They tend to come in a little bit lower because traditionally they weren't always as sought after as the Togo and the Epsom Cellier bags. So generally come in at really, really great price points. Absolutely immaculate condition. All of the foot stud plastics are intact, as is the turnkey there and the front hardware. Really nice size, the 25, a little bit more versatile from night to day, or day to night, generally. Depends, I guess, on your schedule. It's a really incredible colour. Beautiful, bright blue. It's got like a little bit more depth of colour than the Frida. The Frida we showed earlier in the 35 has definitely got it's that little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. Got a slightly more luminous colouring into the Frida with the Bleu France. That little bit darker, as you would expect rather. Stunning, really, really beautiful. Again, with the Swift leather bags. Very easy to store badly. I'd always recommend making sure that your Swift leather bags are well padded. This one has got some padding inside it to make sure that it keeps its shape whilst it's on display. Pricing for this one, are you ready? Unreal. For a K25, £16,500, and that is $19,880 US dollars. Under 20,000 US dollars for this Bleu France. Fantastic colour, beautiful hardware, super sought after size, brand new in box, full set. Stunning. Love the blue. Hi Joanna. Yes, pricing so good for a brand new unworn bag, full set. I think it is fantastic. And obviously, do not forget that all purchases on our live shows for international buyers, we cover the duties and any import payments. So, fantastic pricing. It's a great piece. Further details available on the image at the top there. Gorgeous blue. Okay. And it looks so striking against this amazing yellow citron. Wow. Very, very contrasting colours. Okay, where are we going to go next? I think perhaps we go to some of our shoes. We have got some amazing... Nadia, hi! How are you doing? Nice to hear from you. Right, where are we going to go? Got distracted there, Nadia. I am going to go next to our beautiful, super beautiful green, any tuna inners, for want of a better phrase, to our show from the vault will know that green is where my heart lies in terms of a lot of the shades that we really adore. This is the beautiful Vert Jade. I mean, unreal. Great, great colour. It is an Epsom 18 centimetre constant, so the small size. I just love this colour so much. It is so beautiful. This is going to be in my wish list, I think. I think this we've actually got the most incredible colour to pick it in, which I've had my eye on. This is Vert Comics. I'm just going to have a little green theme. So, jade, as you would expect, has got like a little bit more of a bluey undertone. Yeah, it's got like a... Oh, thanks, Joanna. Next to be known on the Calm app. I don't know, just talking about Hermès. Maybe go through the colour chart. Vert, Pom. Right, Vert Comics. Love this green. I think it's a super beautiful green, but it's got like a little bit more of a, I don't even know how to describe it. It's got a little bit more of a yellowy undertone, I would say. Vert Jade, it's got this really super beautiful kind of bluey undertone. It sits incredibly with denim. I was just looking around, I think we've literally just sold our denim all-rounds, but it was one of those colours that I saw them together on the shelf and they just looked unreal. So beautiful. Paired with palladium hardware, which I think really, really helps with the muting of the green. It is such a good size to just, again, like the Evelyn, big fan of bags that you can actually wear and be hands-free. For all fellow mummies out there, we all know we need a hand for holding hands, holding a juice box, holding snacks. Great snack bag for this, FYI. Because it has several little compartments to the original Constance. So they've reinvented the Constance recently, and we will have one, I believe, next week that comes with the cutest little mirror. But it's a single compartment. The OG, original Constance has these two great pouches and then your two additional little pockets. So one in the front and one in the back. As you can see, completely intact with all original plastics. So your Hermès H is fresh. I think sometimes on camera it looks like the hardware's a little bit mattified when actually it's just the plastics. So once you remove, a little bit of fluff from the box. Once you remove all the plastics, you've got that amazing shine to your hardware, which on the Constance always is really quite incredible. It's such, the hardware being such a large part of the bag. Again, pricing for this is coming in really, really good. Good to come here for Hermès lessons. You won't get from Hermès itself. That is so true. I mean, literally, because if you are working as an SA in Hermès, you do not see the volume of bags that we see here at Luxury Promise. Like, you could work there for 10 years and not see the volume of bags that we have on a daily basis. It is honestly unreal. Nadia, where have you been, Jess? Good question. Had a little bit of a break. We've had quite a lot going on here at Luxury Promise and obviously Luxury Promise HQ. Yes, I did my first show back last week and it felt like I'd never been away, Nadia. Hi Lana, how are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Right, so pricing for this, fantastic at the moment. For an 18 centimetre Constance, very few around on the market in new box fresh condition. This one is priced at £18,850 and that is $17,892 US. So great pricing, really cool colour, beautiful green. I love some of the introductions of greens. They tend to, like for example, in the last few years, we have had some incredible green shades, but they've really been commanding such a premium. Let's have a look. So good, they couldn't be bothered. Well, I mean, there is an element of that, but I always think it's often the way that clients are often under the impression that you can go in and have your bags authenticated in store, for example. But again, the majority of the sales assistants aren't qualified to authenticate because they just haven't seen enough bags. But Alana, there is probably an element of them not being bothered, for sure. Hi Sam, how you doing? Yes, so back to our little beautiful green Vertshade Constants. Premiums on green. They're not quite as aggressive as the pinks and maybe some of the neutrals, but I would say green is a pretty hot investable colour and a great pricing for a Constance 18. Super versatile bag. Okay. Right, we're going to do some new shoes. Sheepra, Shipra, Shipra, however you like to enunciate it. We have some new colours in today. A lot of them are immediately available to purchase, but DM only, because they have literally just come through the door. You get all types of Hermès leather and all types of bags get compared to each other up close. Exactly, 100%. There is an element, I think, sometimes of not, obviously, when you're in store, if you do, God forbid, get offered a bag, you never get to compare the sizing. You very rarely even get to remove it from the little section that you've been offered it in, and it's kind of quite an abrasive, uncomfortable experience. Whereas we would always welcome people to the Luxury Vault, the Luxury Promise Vault, to come and see pieces in person, because we understand that obviously some of these items are huge values, and in order to be comfortable with your purchase, it definitely helps to be able to see it. So if you do have any additional questions, please do give us a shout. Sam, do you have black in palladium? We don't. We do have one in gold hardware that has just come in. Palladium is actually getting a little bit trickier to find in black at the moment. Sam, I will earmark it. If we do have another one come in the 35 centimetre in palladium, I'll make sure it gets pushed. I will fight Sabrina for it to have it on the show. If not, we'll make sure it's popped on the show on Tuesday nights from the vault here with Sabrina, because I'm sure there will be one coming in soon. We have been earmarking all of the B35s. This cray just came in and it is kind of incredible. Very beautiful with the gold hardware, but if I do happen across a palladium, seen the gold hair, want palladium. Yes, absolutely. I think if you are set on a certain colour, do not deviate. Hello, could you please show So Birkin, special order. Wait, do you mean a cargo? Katerina, do you mean the cargo? Or are you talking about this beauty? Let me know which colour and I can absolutely go through it. In the meantime, we'll grab a couple of pairs of shoes because orange. Oh, yes, we did actually do this one last week and it's one of my faves. It's chèvre leather, which is a personal favourite of mine. Super resilient. Chèvre, for anyone who doesn't know, is goat skin. And it has the most incredible quality. It's kind of luminous. It's got the most, I'm just gonna tilt the ring light a little bit and turn it up so you can, whoops, there you go. So you can see, it's got this incredible luminosity to it. It really is incredible. Super hard wearing. This is actually a pre-loved bag, but is in incredible condition. It is, I believe, a K stamp square. What is the most waterproof leather? Do you know, I would say actually, in terms of, I wouldn't want to say waterproof because don't go swimming with them, but in terms of like a water resist runoff, any of the less absorbent leathers, so Epsom generally is very good, it's pretty splash proof. I have an Epsom Birkin, which has been spilt on several times, not by me, generally by my preschooler, and it has proved very, very resilient. Chèvre has like an almost oily texture to it. I would say that's the two favourite colour leather, only missing gold hardware. Ah, interesting, Charlotte. Yeah, it is. I can't imagine it with gold. Gold would be a real vibe. So orange and fuchsia is this combination here. Again, the price of this is unbelievable. Oh, Rach has managed to find it, I think, from last week. Yes. So pricing for this is fantastic. Let me just, oops, daisy. There we go. It kind of looks like the fire emoji, Charlotte. This is the fire emoji. I just love this color combination. It is really wild. You even have the incredible piping in the contrasting fuchsia. £14,950. It's under £15,000. I cannot express how good condition this is as well for a K square stamp bag. Unreal pre-loved condition. Feet studs have actually had, two of them have had some temporary plastics to put on to further protect them. The other two have some minor, I would say, scratches to them, but genuinely unreal. And the lining is beautiful too. It's really quite beautiful. This is such a vibe. I mean, if ever you really truly needed cheering up, show me a more cheerful combination of bag. Unbelievable. And 35. You couldn't miss it, could you? In a crowd. You'd never lose the owner of this bag. You'd always be able to locate them by the sheer vibrancy of the bag. It really is incredible. And as I say, immaculate condition. So I don't know if you can see, like, it's got this lovely sheen to it, chèvre leather always. Such a happy bag, Sam. It really does, like, exude joy. And what is shopping if it doesn't bring you joy, right? This wall brings a lot of joy. Okay, and is there a more Hermès colour than bright orange, right? Okay, a couple of new, do you think people regret their special orders? We see a lot of special orders. I do think sometimes it is difficult at point of ordering. You're given a little swatch that's no bigger than a credit card to make a decision on a substantial purchase which you're not going to see for a long time. People's moods and changes in wardrobes when they start to evolve can really vary from the point of ordering through to delivery. So yeah, I do think that there is a lot of regret sometimes. And also, like, if you haven't had a mini Kelly before, like we see a lot of special order mini Kellys, if you haven't tried to use one before, they are quite dinky, and it's a very specific usage of bag. And if you want to use it a lot, or for example, this piece is a 35. If you are of a smaller stature, then it kind of looks a bit mad on you because the bag wears you rather than the other way around. Z, can we see the orange B25? Absolutely. More vitamin C. Love this. So this is B25 Togo Hermès Orange Palladium. Retourne, lovely and soft, just for size comparison. So 35 is a good size for day. 25 you can kind of warrant for a slightly more dressy vibe. Obviously this colour is like a little bit more fun and playful. I personally can't wear a 25 just because I've got quite big hands. And wrists, I don't wear it on my arm. 35 and 30 are a little bit easier to wear on your arm rather than just carry. If you are a little bit slighter of wrist and hand, you can obviously tuck it through the top handle. They should have an app installed to spec up your special order and be able to select on screen. Ooh, yeah. I mean, interestingly, Hermès were actually one of the most tech-savvy luxury companies. They were one of the first to have like a proper website way back when, but it hasn't really evolved a huge amount in terms of their technology. But yes, because you can do that in like Nike, right? You can go in and you can spec up your sneakers and be able to see it in person. That would be an amazing idea, Sam. I love that. That is very cool. Yeah, I like the idea of actually being able to see it in person. But that still doesn't really get you around like being able to see the scale sometimes. Like I've certainly had a lot of gentlemen clients that have tried to buy the Mini Kelly, and then when it's come, really misunderstood the scale of the bag, which is why a lot of the time we really try and show a photograph of it being carried or held, just to give an idea of actual size. It's the same with the B25. I think if you just see a static image, like our photography is obviously beautiful, but a static image doesn't always show scale very well. The B25s are actually super roomy. They are small in terms of their overall size. But once you open them up, they do have like a decent volume that you can get quite a lot of stuff in day to day. Even Lorna has this feature. Everyone try it. It's so much fun. Ooh, cool. Love that. Right, so that is our B25 orange. This is the DM to purchase. I think, Rachel, we did feature it last week, if you find the SKU, but no worries. You can always DM us if you have any further questions. I think that's why people now ask for a colour combo, which they have seen. Yeah, it's like a safer option, isn't it, right? And Googled it. Yeah, if you've seen it in flesh. Look, we get a lot of neutral coloured special orders because they do feel like a safer option, because you never really know tonally, especially if you haven't seen that colour in that leather. It can be a little bit tricky. Ooh, what's the condition and price? Condition is brand new, unused, as you can see from all of the plastics are intact. Rach, do we have pricing for this one? Just heads up, we need to be off at $13.59 for Dubai. I can do that. I can talk for another 5 minutes. We haven't done the shoes. We can move those over to next week. Rach will have a look to see if she can find pricing for this. But off the top of my head, it was quite good. Oh, I've got the SKU. Does that help? SKU is 03B25 844. Any cipher, LC, any cipher in a 38.5. Whilst Rach is looking for that SKU, yes, we do. I'm sure we do. What did I have in a 38.5? I think actually maybe we've got some new colours. Not online. Oh, I thought we did it last week. B35 orange. Did I make a note of it? I believe this was 19,950. But I was wrong about a price earlier. But since we're live, we're going to go with it. It's 9950 GBP which is a really good price for a B25, under £20,000. Really fantastic price-wise. Brand new inbox. It is Z stamp. Is it Z or U? I think it's U stamp. Well, they love to hide the stamps. It is U stamp. U stamp, brand new, inbox, full set, Togo Palladium hardware. See, DM us for purchase of that one, because we don't seem to be able to find a SKU. Okay, I think these are a 38. Oh, they're a 38 LC. I'm sorry, they're a new colour for 2023. We have two, in fact. Where are my other pair? Oh, I've actually got a couple. Oh, right. They're all 38s, I think. Unless this one, oh, hang on. Bear with. See if we can find a 38.5. Oh, I have a 38. Hang on. And these are possibly my favourite colour, actually. Look at these. This is a new colour called Rose Aphrodite. LC, 38.5 we have. They have just arrived, so I did have a couple of these split colours, but this is a real visual treat. Really, really beautiful. Ooh, Joanna also has an orange B. Oh, it's the battle of the B25 oranges. Is it pre-loved? Is it new or is it pre-loved? Or it might even be the same spec bag. I think we have one in Dubai as well. Zam, stay tuned. Really, really beautiful rose suede. Super rare in full single tone Rose Aphrodite. These are a 38.5. They are priced at, I believe, 1,400. Super, super rare colour, LC, in this one. That was 38.5, the size requested. I also have several of these in a 38 and a 37 in the new two-tone style. So we have this beautiful green. It's like the cactus green with baby blue combination. And this lovely olive with, again, the Rose Aphrodite, I believe, top strap. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think Rachel's got the details as well for those. They are all priced at £1,400. DM us. I have 1 minute. And do you have a Kelly invert suppress? We do. We have a pre-loved 32, but it is not in the showroom at the moment. And tune in at the same time next week, and I will make sure that it is featured. It is here with us. Or you can obviously DM us for any further information. I think it should be on the site because we did feature it. Oh gosh, what's going on? We did feature it last week on this show. Okay, we are going to wrap up now because Rachel has put me on a very tight schedule today to get through everything. I hope we covered all of your questions. Thank you so much for tuning in. It always does mean a lot to have our community tune in this afternoon. Rachel's very kindly popped the pricing. Oh, they're 1,250. They're even better price than I anticipated for the bi-colour. So 1,400 for the single tone Rose Aphrodite and 1,250 for the two-tone olive. And that will be the same price for the green and blue, I believe. Okay, cool. Tune in shortly to Joanna's show from Dubai. And she's got the other orange Birkin, the yin, to our London yang. Thank you so much for joining us. I will see you same time next week. Have a great afternoon, everybody.